Hello. Alright, today we are opening the Commander Pack, Turtle Power. Got this at the game store for about $53 with tax. I actually pre-ordered this on Amazon, and even with their pre-order price guarantee, it was still cheaper to buy at the game store. So what I'm learning, buy it from the game store. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone else, but yeah. So, reading on the back, unleash mutagenic mayhem and battle your friends in Commander, Magic's most popular multiplayer format. Throw down with Leo and partner Paladani, Raph, Mikey, or Splinter to customize your play style at the table. Each teammate will help you in different ways to achieve your goal, build up +1/+1 counters, and grow your creatures into the world's most fearsome fighting team. And like maybe there's some previews here, I assume. Probably some of the commander options you have. So today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to try to go a little bit faster on each card because there is a lot of cards. So, oh yeah, and when I was buying it, the game lady was like, "Hey, like, you gonna put sleeves on them? You should." And I was like, "Yeah, probably." She's like, "What color?" And I was like, "I don't know, the green, so probably green." And then she's like, "Okay, well, here you go. Here's a blue sleeve for the commander." I thought that was really nice of them. She didn't have to do that, but she did, so that was really cool. Although this is a partner commander, but luckily I think I have the same colors. So, and if you didn't know, Leo, and the description I just wrote on the back, Leo's kind of made to be the main guy, and then you partner with one of his brothers or Master Splinter. So, cool. I can't wait to see it. I mean, Leo's my favorite anyway, so I was probably going to pick him. Maybe Leo and Mikey. I don't really know what their cards are yet, though. Press start. And half the box is empty. What the heck? What's all this? Wow. That was not what I meant to do. Ignore that happened, please. I just dropped the whole thing. Anyways, here's the deck box. Throw that together real quick. Actually, I'm really glad it came with one. I didn't think of that. I didn't have something to put it in if it didn't. Boom. I'm building it off screen. Just to spite you. Alright, so there we go. It's all pixelated. That's kind of fun. I don't think of pixelated versions when I think of them, to be honest, but whatever, maybe that's pretty common. And it got this little guy here. I think it's Splinter's peeking out. I don't know why, really. I like it, though. Let's see, in here, you got the Turtle Powers Commander deck pamphlet thingy bob. I'm not going to read this. Sorry. Take a screenshot if you feel like it. Too bad. Alright, yeah, I'm not gonna... It just tells you how to play the game. Oh, that's kind of cool. Big old thing. What the heck? Leonardo 16? Huh. Cool. I don't know what I thought. I guess they're teenager mutant turtles. Right. It's kind of their thing. Anyways. What the heck is this? Look at that. I don't know what this is. In the box. Alright, moving on. For whatever this thing is, pretty sturdy. Just holds everything in place, I guess. It's got +1/+1s. There's not green on the other side like the other ones were. I won't take those off on screen because no one cares to watch that. Alright, now to the stuff people care about. I'm opening it. Gotta brush off the table. I use this table for homework. Sometimes I get like pencil shavings or not. Well, mostly eraser. I use mechanical pencil. Doesn't matter. So it's got some. This is a rules card that tells you different basic Magic formats. I've only ever played Commander. I'm going to be playing Magic tonight, actually, and I might use a deck set that I haven't actually used on this channel yet, or you haven't seen it on this channel. Whoa. Alright. I guess we should start at the beginning. This is a lot of cards. I'm going to go pretty fast. This is going to take forever if I do it the same way I usually do with all the other cards. Okay, so we got a full art Leo here. It's shiny and stuff. When a creature enters, you put a +1 counter on it, +1/+1. On each creature you control. You only do this once each turn. For all colors, creatures you control gain Menace, Trample, Lifelink until end of turn. And it's a partner, so you can have 2 if they both say partner character select. Heavy on the video game theme. Alright, cool. Donatello the Brains. Don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, there it is. Okay. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus a mutagen token are created instead. Partner. Next we got Splinter the Mentor, legendary creature, Menace, Splinter or another non-token creature you control leaves the battlefield, create a mutagen token. Raphael, oh my gosh, I'm just going to call him Ralph. This is Ralph now. Double all damage that creatures you control with counters on them would deal. Holy cow, that's crazy. When Ralph enters, create a mutagen token. I didn't even do that one on purpose. I have a problem. I need help. Send help, please. Mike the Heart, Trample, Raid the Fridge. At the beginning of your second main phase, if you attack this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and create a food token. Cool. Or you can just do all of them. That's cool. Heroes in a Half Shell, legendary creature, Menace, Vigilance, Menace, Trample, and Haste. Holy cow. When one or more mutants, ninjas, and or turtles you control deal combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures and draw a card. Wow, this one's crazy. Like I want to make a Voltron deck, and this is a crazy card. I mean, it's expensive as heck, but with every mana cost, that means any color card is up for grabs. So, not a bad idea. Wow, crazy. This card feels nice. I don't know what's with some of the cards I've had. They felt really thin and weird. Anyways, continue. We shall. Choose up to 4 target creature cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn and return them to the battlefield. That is cool. So you can do all 4 ninjas if you want. Turtles. Endless Foot Assault. Squad. When you attack for each opponent, create a 1/1 black ninja creature token that's tapped and attacking that player. Wow. That's cool. I like that. April O'Neil. Partner as well. You can do her as a partner. Whenever a mutant ninja or turtle you control enters, investigate. Baxter, the fly in the ointment. What the heck does that mean? I don't know. When Baxter enters or attacks, each creature you control with a counter on it gains flying until the end of turn. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on Baxter. Very cool. Here comes a new hero. Target player draws X cards, create a token that's a copy of up to 1 target creature with mana value X or less. That's a pretty good sorcery. I like that. Anyways, moving on. Irma, part-time mutant. At the beginning of the combat on your turn, Irma becomes a copy of up to 1 other target creature you control, except her name is Irma, part-time mutant, and she has this ability, then put a +1/+1 counter on her. That seems kind of crazy. That's cool though. Krang, the all-powerful. So he can be your commander as well. Artifact creature. Yes. Not important right now. If a player draws a card causing a triggered ability or a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Yep, if you can decipher what I said, you know what it says. If not, too bad. Ray Fillet, Wave Warrior. Legendary creature, fish mutant, flying. Flying? It's a fish! Guess he's got big ears. I don't know. Evolve whenever the creature you control enters. If that creature has greater power or toughness than this creature, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. That's cool. When a creature you control with a counter on it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So this can be your commander as well. I don't know who that is. Ray Fillet, but that's cool. Bebop, Skull, and Bones. Alright. Partner with Rocksteady, Mutant Marauder. Death Touch. When the Bebop deals combat damage to a player, you may draw X cards where X is the number of counters on Bebop. If you do, you lose that many life. Wow, that's an interesting choice. I like it though. I don't know, where's Rocksteady, huh? Dimension X Pizzasaur. They're just making stuff up now. I like it. Artifact creature. When this creature enters, put a 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. When you do, destroy up to one target creature with mana value less than or equal to the number of counters among permanents you control. Normally I would try to decipher what that means, but I am just reading through them right now because I don't want to make this too long for you guys. When this equipment enters, create a +1/+1 black ninja creature token, then attach this equipment to it. Equipped creature has flying. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. If you do, draw a card equals to its power. That's kind of crazy. I like it though. I like it a lot. Game over. This spell costs 2 less to cast if a player's life total is less than or equal to half their starting life total. If player's life. Destroy all creatures. Holy cow. That's a board wipe of board wipes. And it's in black. I feel like that's not common. Maybe it is. Rat King. Yes. We got Rat King, Pale Piper, Legendary Creature, Menace. When Rat King or another non-token creature you control leaves the battlefield, create a 1/1 black rat creature token. Sacrifice a token, draw a card. That's not the Rat King I thought it was, but I still like it. Legendary creature, Shredder. Whenever Shredder attacks a player, for each other opponent, create a token that's a copy of Shredder, tapped and attacking that player, except it isn't legendary. Sacrifice those tokens at the end of combat. Whenever Shredder deals combat damage to a player, that player loses half their life rounded up. Holy cow. This is a Voltron commander if I've ever heard one. He attacks a player, and then he attacks all players, and then he deals... Whoa. And then he just kills them half... He just takes half their health away, no matter what. I guess maybe he'll never kill someone that way, but he'll definitely make them all weak. Interesting. I like it. Swift Demise. Swift Demise does 1 damage to target creature, then destroy each creature you don't control that was damaged this turn. Holy cow. So, I mean, you're instantly killing something, and then you're also killing many other things. That's cool. And it's an instant, so you could just be like, oh, you blocked me with all your guys? Alright, well, I also want your commander to get hit, and then they all die. That's awesome. Casey Jones, Back Alley Brute. Legendary creature, Menace. Whenever Casey Jones attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. When you put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on a creature you control, Casey Jones deals that much damage to target opponent. Nice. Electric Seaweed. What? Sure. Defend Haste. When this creature enters, until end of turn, whenever another creature dies, this creature deals 1 damage to each non-wall creature. This creature deals 1 damage to any target. So this will kill a bunch of tokens if they're just +1. This will kill all your tokens every time creature enters. Oh, when this enters. And okay, cool. So that's just okay. That's just when it enters the first time. Okay, that's not bad. Fast Forward. Sorcery. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each opponent you attack this turn. Goad all creatures your opponents control. Interesting. So it just makes you... It makes these players attack each combat if able, and attack a player other than you if able. Huh. And so they just can't attack you for a turn, but they're still attacking people, just not you. I like it. Shell Shock, literally. For each opponent, choose up to 1 target creature that player controls. Shell Shock deals X damage to each of those creatures. You create a mutagen token for each creature dealt damage this way. Oh, okay. Interesting. I like it. I have to think about that more later. Special move. Instant. Choose 2. Jump kick. You destroy target artifact. Dash attack. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target attacking or blocking creature you control. Or foot toss. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to any other target. Then sacrifice it. Ooh. Dang, that's pretty good. That's really good. So you destroy an artifact. Or you dash. Yeah, I just read it, so you would understand. Anyways. Tempestra, Dame of Games. Sacrifice an artifact. Create a token that's a copy of another target creature you control, except it isn't legendary. It gains haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Ooh. Tokar and Razar unsupervised. First strike, whenever another non-token creature you control leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Toka and Razar and create a treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay, cool. I like it. Doesn't say your turn though. High score. Enchantment. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters will be put into a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. At the beginning of your next end step, draw a card if you control a creature card with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield. That's pretty good. So enchantment. Does this stay on the battlefield? I don't remember. I'm new to Magic. Sometimes I forget what the cards do. Alright, Leatherhead, Iron Gator. Trample and Haste. Whenever Leatherhead attacks, put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Holy cow. So every time, he gets 2 stronger every time. That's really good. Really, really good. And he's already a 5/5. Costs 7 though. I would take it. I haven't, so that's good. Enchantment creature, level up. Enchant creature, put this aura. When this aura enters, put a +1/+1 counter on enchanted creature. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature attacks, double the number of +1/+1 counters on it. Then, if it has power 10 or greater, draw a card. Wow. So, I'm assuming these stay. I think it is an aura, so this stays on the card that you put it to until it dies. But it doubles the. That is crazy. It gives you 1, so 1 to 2, but then 2 to 4, then 4 to 8, and then 8 to 16, and then to 32. Crazy. And then 64. It's crazy. If you can hit for 64, you better get the thing trample as soon as possible. Then you win. Ninja Pizza. Food you control have sacrificed this artifact and 1 mana of any color. That's really good. At the beginning of your second main phase, create a food token. Wow. So, you basically get an extra mana every turn if you just use it like that. That's really good. Oh, here's the other one. Rocksteady, Mutant Marauder, not by his friend. Partner with Bebop, Skull and Crossbones. Oh, so if you play this card, When it enters, you just get Bebop into your hand. I didn't see that after on the other one. Cool. Trample. When another non-token creature you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Very good. Super combo. Replicate. You cast a spell. Copy it for each time you paid its replicate cost. You may choose new targets of its copies. Wow, so it costs 2. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent controls. I mean, if you got a lot of mana, maybe you got the token generation going on. Green and 1. Every time you do it, it's 2 each, so that can get expensive fast, so that's cool. What the heck? It's 2 mini cards. What the heck is this? Instant and instant. Flying kick and double jump. I've never seen this before. What the heck is this? Put a flying counter on target creature you control until end of turn. It has base power and toughness 5. Okay. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each creature and an opponent controls. Each creature fuse, you may cast one or both halves of this card from your hand. I've never seen this before, so if you have enough, you could do both. Holy cow. That's weird. I don't like it though. Arcade cabinet. When this artifact enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 4 target creatures. Sacrifice a token. Double the number of counters on target creature. Holy cow. So, dang. I mean, you get the other guy that doubles it every time they attack, and then you do this on your turn too. Dang. Jeez. He would be huge. Big Mother Mouser. You big Mother Mouser. Anyways, this creature enters with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. When this creature attacks, double the number of +1/+1 counters on it. It goes good with that card. And they're both colorless, so you can put in other stuff. When this creature dies, create a number of 1/1 colorless robot artifact creatures tokens equal to a number of +1/+1 counters on it. This creature. So I'll have at least 2 of them. That's cool. Coin of Mastery. Artifact. Each creature you control enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it for each mana from an artifact source spent to cast it. I probably butchered that, but I'm not going to repeat myself. Screw you. Got him. Exploding Barrel. Artifact. Add 1 mana of any color. Put pressure counter on this artifact. 8. Sacrifice this creature. It deals 20 damage to target creature. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each pressure counter on this artifact. Activate only as a sorcery. Wow. So you just keep... It deals 20 damage to her. It costs 1 less. So you do this 8 times. Oof, 8 times. 8 rounds. I mean, it's not bad. If you can get it out on turn 3, it wouldn't hurt to have it, honestly. I mean, you get 1 color. 1 color. 1 color. Cool. Like it. This is taking a long time. I'm only not even halfway through. Artifact Vehicle. Whenever this vehicle deals combat damage to a player, mill 4 cards. You may put a permanent card from among them onto the battlefield. Crew 2. Interesting. Weird border. It's interesting. Roadkill Rodney. Squad 3. Death Touch. When this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a mutagen token. Should have read that out loud. I was reading it. Too late. Big Apple, 3 a.m. This line enters tapped. As it enters, choose a color. Add 1 mana of the chosen color, or pay 5 to create a 1/1 black rat creature token for each opponent you have. Oh, what the... I mean, if you're playing a huge table, maybe that's significant, but there better be at least 5 of them if you're going to pay 5 mana for it. That's what I say. I declare. Hidden Hideout. Land. This land enters tapped. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. If you use the 1 card, it could be all of it. That's cool. Pay 2. Tap. Target creature you control with counter on it gains a life link until end of turn. Nice. Together forever. Support 2. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Choose a target creature with a counter on it. When that creature dies this turn, return that card to its owner's hand. Dang. So you could do that. You just pay 1. Doesn't pay 1 and tap. Doesn't mean you can just do that for all of your creatures if you really wanted to. That's cool. You'd be like, yeah, sorry, you're not killing my commander. Actually, that wouldn't matter. I'm not killing someone else. Vanquish the Horde. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Destroy all creatures. Wow. Costs 6 and 2 white. That's why it says that. That makes sense. I mean, you got 6 creatures. I mean, the more you want to use it, the more creatures there are anyways. Return each creature without a +1/+1 counter on it to its owner's hands. That's a pretty good one. I like that. I also have the Bloomburrow Bunny, Miss Butterfinger. What's her name? Bumbleflower. Yeah, something like that. She's really good. That would be a good card for it. It's also in her colors. Blasphemous Act. Makes sense. Costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Up to 8. That's cool. Then pay for a 1 red. That'd be awesome. Deals 13 damage to each creature. Pretty classic card to have. I like it. Biogenic Ooze. When this creature enters, create a 2/2 green ooze creature token. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each ooze you control. For 1 and 3 green, create a 2/2 green ooze creature token. Wow. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, if you're playing green, I mean, you should have enough to play this and bump it up every turn, basically, if that's what you're going for. Not the best. Well, this is a reskin, apparently. I didn't know it did that with just normal cards. But Slash Clone, which is a Stillbane Hydra reskin. Creature is a Turtle Hydra. What does that mean? This creature enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. Remove 2 and a green. Remove a +1/+1 counter from this creature and destroy target artifact or enchantment. That's pretty good. Wow. I mean, imagine you're probably going to have a lot of +1/+1s going on. That's what Mutagen is for. Heralds the Shredder, which is Vigor, apparently. Trample, if damage would be dealt to another creature you control, prevent that damage. Put a +1/+1 counter on that creature for each 1 damage prevented this way. When Heralds of the Shredder is put into a graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library. Wow. That is crazy good. It's a creature, it's trample. Dang, that is good. That is crazy. The damage would be dealt to another creature you control. So it's another creature, not this one, I assume. Aggro Amalgam. Creature, a Hydra, trample. This creature enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. When this creature enters, choose 1. Double the number of +1/+1 counters on this creature. This creature fights target creature you don't control. Why would you want it to fight some? Oh, because it has a 0/1. So, how would you get it to... I mean, whatever you're paying, you get double that many +1/+1 counters. So, I mean, that's good. Honestly, I'd take it. Not the craziest one ever seen, Hydra-wise, but not bad. Assassin's Trophy. Instant destroy target permanent and opponent controls. Its controller may search their library for a basic land card and put it into battlefield, then shuffle. I mean, you're killing a creature, but then you give them a land. So that's fair, I guess. This is a crazy one. Humongous Fungus. Formerly the Corpse Jack Menace. Don't know what that is. I like the Humongous Fungus. If one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, twice that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. Holy cow. That guy would get like quadruple as many if he had to hit this out and then you played that. Dang. So good. I like that. Jeez. Lands you control have tap to add 1 mana of any color. That is crazy good. Add 1 mana of any color. This one is a land too. Holy cow. That is so good. Alright, so it looks like we got some lands here. Are these all lands? No. Alright, what am I going to do with the lands? I was thinking about this. So I'm just going to shuffle through them. This card here isn't a land, but I'm sure I got more stuff here. So I'm just going to go through it. So red-green land. This becomes tapped. It deals 1 damage to you, but it makes mana of any color. I don't know if I like that. It's probably useful. Land enters taps unless you control a swamp or mountain. It makes a swamp or a mountain. Dragonskull Summit. Exotic Orchard. 1 mana of any color. The opponent controls should produce. Fabled Passage. Sacrifice this land. Search your library for a basic land. Put it into the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle. If you control 4 or more lands, untap that land. Hey, that's pretty good. Grand Colosseum. This land enters taps. 1 for a colorless mana. And 1 meant for any color. This land deals 1 damage to you. I like that. At least you have a choice. Harbor, green and blue. Range select cops. I don't even know what that says. I thought it said corpse. I was like, dang, what the heck? Green and blue. Root bound crag. What? Red and green, whatever that means. Swamp mountain. It's tapped unless you control 2 more basic lands. Smoldering Verder. Sodden, whatever. I don't know how to read. Just giving it. Spire Garden. Sunken Hollow. It's a ship. I like it. Oh, I like ships. Undergrowth Stadium. That looks cool as heck. Unless you have 2 or more opponents, it's tapped. So it wants you to fight more people. Makes sense. I like it. Vernal Fan. What? Cool. Okay, here we go. So that was a lot of the non-basic lands. I think there's probably basic lands in here. I hope so. Lita, the little orphaned amphibian. Legendary creature, alliance, put a +1/+1 counter. So you get to choose whenever a creature you control enters, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. But I can do each on each turn, so that's cool. +1/+1 counter on Lita. Create a food token. Error Scry 1. I think I got a shinier of one of her. And before, Reach. Oh, yep, I have this one as well. Mona Lisa Science Geek. Nice. Lessons from Life. Holy, what the heck? Look, the turtles are playing Magic. Can I take a photo of this while I'm making a video? I'm going to try. If I think about it hard enough, it'll happen. I think it happened. You draw 3 cards. You may put a land card from your hand into the battlefield tapped. That's good. What the heck? Why are they playing Magic with a mushroom? I mean, a marshmallow man. Mushroom man. What the heck is wrong with me? Everything pizza. That looks not bad at all. I'm hungry. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. 2 white, blue, black, red, green, and tap it. Sacrifice this artifact. Target player gains 3 life, draws a card. Each of your opponent discards a card. This artifact deals 3 damage to any target. Put 3+1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature. Holy cow, that does a lot. So if someone, doesn't have to be you, gains 3 life, draws a card, everyone discards a card, then you deal 3 damage to any target, put 3+1/+1 counters on up to 1 target creature. So that's 5 flavors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, look at that. I did it. Wow. And that costs 2 to put in there. I like it. Very expensive. I highly doubt I'll make use of that anytime soon. Land, sacrifice this land. Search your library for basic one. Oop, I'm losing it. In many ways, sacrifice this land. Target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Okay. You sacrifice a whole land just to... Oh, I guess you're sacrificed it either way. I'd rather get more land, though. I mean, that's what that's for. Turtle Lair. A secret lair. Add colorless mana, or add mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a ninja or turtle spell. Target ninja or turtle can't be blocked this turn. I wonder how many non-ninja turtle cards there are in Magic already that got beefed up because of these. Creature Ooze. Marauding Mutagen. Formerly acidic slime. What the heck is that? That is messed up. Ew. Death touch. Yeah, no kidding. I want to die if it touched me. When this creature enters, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or land. Or land? Land destruction I don't see very much. I'm also brand new. And, yep. Cultivate. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards. Reveal those cards. Put 1 into your battlefield tapped and the other into your hand. Boom. Guarantee life next round. Or mana. Good, I like it. Harmonize. Draw 3 cards. Short, simple, to the point. Like it. Good. 2 cards at once. Am I insane? Yes. Arcane Signet. It's a weird shell phone. Add 1 mana. Is that what that's called? I just said that. That's probably exactly what it's called. Add 1 mana of any color in your commander's color identity. It's an artifact, so you can keep doing it. You can keep doing it. Like it. Next we have Sol Ring. Sol Ring. Sol Ring. Add 2 mana for of any color. No. 2 colorless mana for 1. Of course, that's like what a Sol Ring is. And it's a pizza. I dropped it. And it's a pizza. Boom. Alright. We're getting some more lands here. I'll show them off in a second. I just want to get them all in my hand at once. Okay. Hey, we're actually nearing the end of the deck here, so I'll go through the rest of them real quick because that's basically the end. Most of these are lands, so mana of any color for Ash Barrens, Command Tower, land, mana of your color, identity of the commander, Evolving Wilds, do whatever that says. Then we got Path of Ancestry. Yep, cool. Thriving Grove, Thriving Isle, Thriving More, Thriving Less, Vibrant Cityscape. I think I had one similar to that. And then we got some basic lands, so I'll show off some of the art on here. So you got like plains, you got just a bright city at night. Island, you got the pier or something. Swamp, you got the sewer, makes sense. Mountain, you got the high rooftops, that's cool. Green, you got the park with a ninja sign, I like it. Got some more plains, you go on some islands, swamp, saw that. Cool. Forest again. Got some food tokens. Sacrifice this token, you gain 3 life. You got to pay to and sacrifice it. I don't know. I thought that. Am I wrong in thinking that's new? I thought you could just sacrifice stuff for free. Guess that stops you. That looks both disgusting and great. To be honest with you, I am hungry so much. On the back there was a ninja. On the back there was also a rat. Holy cow, it's a ninja rat. You gotta see this. You gotta see this. Look at this rat. He's boogieing down. He's dancing. He's dancing. He's still dancing. Alright. Then there's that ninja. Pretty cool. He's like jumping at you. Like jump scare. Like, huh, huh. Like it. Next, we got a clue token in case you're playing the game Clue. It's not useful for this game. That's what that says. Don't read it. Another rat. Another clue. Ooze. Ooze. Treasure. What does ooze do? I have no idea. Oh, yeah, for that one guy that does ooze. Treasure. Tons of tokens. Or tickets. I mean, you add 1 mana for any color. This one you can sacrifice for free. That makes sense, because if it costs mana to sacrifice it for mana, there's no point in even having it. Maybe that's the one I thought it was for the... Yep. Mutagen. If you don't know what that is by now, I'm with you. Just kidding. Copy. So here's a copy token. Present a copy of something else. That's cool. Robot. 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 And I'm dropping everything. I'm dropping it all. Popular magic. On your turn. I like this actually for the new players new to the thing. I used it when I used my Bloomberg one. I had this one out with me, so it tells you the different phases to take and what you kind of do with it all. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, so overall, pretty good. Well, let's talk about the real problem, okay? The real problem. Threatening our livelihood of Magic playing. Yeah, so I think people don't like a lot of different versions of the Universe Beyond. I don't think it matters too much on what it is most of the time. Stuff like maybe Lord of the Rings is a little easier to get around, and people are like, oh yeah, I like it. That simple, I like it. But I think overall, the biggest thing with Universes Beyond is the players. So, yeah, people complain about it and say they don't like it. It's not good for Magic. I want you to go back to your own stuff. And I think that's fair sometimes. But for new players like me, it's so much easier to be like, oh, I want to play this game. I don't know, like, for example, I just grabbed Bloomburrow, and I like it. That's fine. I just saw a bunny. I bought it. But then, Lorwyn was coming out. I wanted to get Lorwyn stuff, and I didn't. I just ultimately decided not to because I felt like there's so much more established story that I don't know about. I wasn't there 20 years ago when the first one came out. So, but then Turtles comes out, I'm like, hey, I know this is new. I can jump on, and it's fun. You know, sure, you got Ninja Turtles. That's not normal Magic, whatever, you know. That's fine. You don't have to like it. But I think it's more fun if you don't want it, don't get it. That's fine. But don't knock out the guy that playing with Turtles just because he's playing Turtles, you know. So hopefully when you see these people with Universes Beyond, if you don't like it, be like, hey man, guess what? I'm glad you're playing the game with me. That way, there's more players, and they'll keep making more stuff. Anyways, enough of that stuff. Enough of that garbage. I just wanted to, like I've been doing already, show you some of these, the small amount, just the turtles, basically, commanders. So, if you're indecisive, you can do all of it. You cannot use, I don't think you can use this card unless you're using it as the commander. So, something to keep in mind. You know what? I just thought of that. I don't even know if you could use this whole thing if you don't use specifically this card. Because things are going to be out of color. Like if you choose these two, you can't use their black cards or red or whatever's left. Interesting. Something to think about. Anyways, this was fun to do. I will be opening more packs eventually. I'll probably post more as soon as I make them. I was having fun posting them out in the future, but then it'll be a week away from the newer release of these things, so that'll be more fun to post it as soon as possible, which is what I'll be doing. So if you watch this the day it comes out, I filmed it hours earlier. So anyways, thank you for watching this long. If you actually watched the whole thing, like, thank you. Please, tell me in the comments if there's a set you want me to try or open, mostly, and I will look for it. So thank you, and bye.